So before I start, before you go to the standard deviation, very first you will have to consider what is the variance and what is the standard deviation. But of course, you must remember that in last section, what we studied the mean deviation, about mean and about the median. But mean deviation can be obtained about any central tendency, about any measure of a central tendency. Let's consider the next, and that is the variance. Now see here, variance and standard deviations are always measured about the mean and not about the median. And that's why we are not going to mention specially that variance about the mean, variance about the median, variance or standard deviations are always calculated by about the mean only. So every time you will have to find the mean only. So very first, let's consider the variance. See, what is the variance? Of course, in the first case, if the given data is on variance and standard deviation, let's consider both of these simultaneously. Variance and standard deviation. Previously we studied to get mean deviations. Very first we find the deviations. How we get the deviations? That is x1 minus a, x2 minus a, x3 minus a, x4 minus a, dot dot up to xn minus a. Then we think about some of these deviations are negative, whereas some of these deviations are positive. So obviously some of these deviations may be 0, and therefore the mean calculated of the mean deviations will not represent the spread of the data about the mean, about the central tendency. And therefore to remove the negative signs of these quantities, we have taken the absolute values. Modulus of x1 minus a, modulus of x2 minus a, modulus of x3 minus a, modulus of x4 minus a, dot 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 up to modulus of xn minus a. But to remove negative signs, it is not the only way that take the absolute values. But you know that square of any real number is always non-negative quantity. कुठल्याही रिअल नंबरचा तुम्ही जर स्क्वेअर जर केला तर तो नेहमी नॉन निगेटिव्हच असतो. Square of 5, that is equal to 25. What is the square of minus 5? It is also 25. What is the square of a 6? That is equal to 36. What is the square of a minus 6? It is also 36. So square of any real number is always a non-negative quantity. So to remove these negative signs, taking absolute value is not the only way. To remove the negative signs, we can square it. We can square it, and then we can find its mean, and that mean will be called as the variance. That mean will be called as the variance. So very first we are going to consider variance of ungrouped data. Variance of ungrouped data. Let x1, x2, x3 dot dot up to xn is the given data. As I told you that variance and the standard deviations are obtained about the mean only. Very first I will have to find its mean. Its mean is x bar is equal to, how to get mean? X1 plus x2 plus x3 plus dot dot up to xn, and this whole thing divided by n. So that is equal to sigma I is equal to 1 to n xi divided by n. Here what n represents? N represents the number of terms or the number of observations given in the data, where n represent the number of terms or the observations. So quite easy to understand. We studied it earlier as well. And we are practicing. We are always finding the mean in everyday life also. So this is the mean. After getting mean, I want variance now. Now, variance is denoted by sigma square. Variance is denoted by sigma square, and it is defined as sigma square is equal to sigma I is equal to 1 to n. Very first you need to find the deviations. What are the deviations? xi minus x bar. प्रत्येक डाटा xi मधनं, प्रत्येक व्हॅल्यू xi मधनं मला मीन वजा करावा लागेल. पण तुम्हाला माहिती आहे यातले काही मीन पॉझिटिव्ह असतील, काही मीन निगेटिव्ह असतील. मग त्यांचं निगेटिव्ह साईन इलिमिनेट करण्यासाठी मीन डिव्हिएशनमध्ये आपण काय केलं होतं तर याची ॲब्सोल्यूट व्हॅल्यू काढली होती, मॉड्युलस घेतला होता. नाऊ वी आर युझिंग the squaring the term. We are going to square it and then divide it by small n. Divided by small n. This gives you the variance. This gives you the variance. And positive square root of a variance is always called as the standard deviation. And therefore standard deviation will be represented as positive square root of the variance is called as the standard deviation. And therefore standard deviation will be denoted by sigma is equal to square root of sigma I is equal to 1 to n xi minus x bar whole bracket square divided by n. This is the formula by means of which we will get the standard deviation. Well, we discussed variance of the ungrouped data. Of course, it will be sigma, it is denoted by sigma square. That will be sigma I is equal to 1 to n xi minus x bar whole bracket square divided by n. मला वाटतं तुमच्या लक्षात यायला हरकत नाही आहे. व्हॅरियन्स हा मागच्या मीन डिव्हिएशन सारखाच आहे, फक्त इथं जो आहे ना तो आपण मॉड्युलस वापरला होता. मॉड्युलसच्या ऐवजी आपण काय करायला लागलो तर स्क्वेअर करायला लागलो टू रिमूव्ह द निगेटिव्ह साईन अँड वी विल डिव्हाइड इट बाय एन. अर्थातच इथं स्क्वेअर केल्यामुळं काय झालं तर व्हॅरियन्सचं एकक बदललं. समजा डाटा दिलेला जो आहे तो मीटरमध्ये जर मोजणार असाल, युनिट ऑफ अ सिग्मा स्क्वेअर विल बी मीटर स्क्वेअर. मग परत प्रश्न असा पडला की अरे हा जर डाटा मीटरमध्ये एक्सप्रेस केलेला असेल तर आणि व्हॅरियन्स जर मीटर स्क्वेअरमध्ये येणार असेल, इट इज नॉट रिप्रेझेंटिंग द ॲक्च्युअली स्प्रेड, ॲक्च्युअली मेजर ऑफ अ डिस्पर्शन. म्हणून मग आपण त्याचं परत स्क्वेअर रूट काढलं आणि त्या स्क्वेअर रूटला आपण काय म्हणतोय तर स्टँडर्ड डिव्हिएशन म्हणतोय. होपिंग यू गेट दिस टू फॉर्म्युला. लेट मी एक्सप्लेन दिस टू फॉर्म्युला बाय युझिंग अ सिम्पल प्रॉब्लेम. For the following ungrouped data, find variance and standard deviation. And standard deviation. The given data is 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. This is the given data. You have to find the variance and as well as the standard deviation. Once again, let's solve the problem by using the table solution. The first column will be given data xi. What are the values of xi? 6, then 8, then 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and 22. Well, one more value is given to you, and that is 24. These are the values of x. 18, then 20, 22, and lastly the 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The number of observations is equal to 10. So therefore, n is equal to 10. Very first I will have to find the mean. So to get the mean, I will have to find the sigma xi. ह्या सगळ्या डाटाची मला बेरीज करावं लागेल. 6, 8, 10, 12 आपण यांची बेरीज करतोय. 4 + 2 6, 6 + 8 14, 14 + 6 20, 24, 26, 26 + 8 34, 34 + 6, 34 + 6 gives you 40, carries 4, 4 + 2 6, 6 + 2 8, 8 + 2 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. So sum of these scores is equal to 150. So let's get the mean. Mean x bar is equal to 6 + 8 + 10 + 12 + 14 + 16 + 18 + 20 + 24 + 22. This whole thing divided by total number of data is equal to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 आणि 9. 6, 2, 8, 2, 10, 2, 12, 2, 14 आणि 2, 16 आणि 2, 18. 18, 2, 20, 2, 22 आणि 2, 24. या सगळ्यांची आपण जर बेरीज जर केली तर 24 आणि 6 30, 22 आणि 8 30, 20 आणि 10 30, 18 आणि 12 30. So 30 into 5, 30 पंचे 150. Of course, it is exactly equal to 150 divided by 10, and that is equal to 15. So mean x bar is equal to 15. Then I want to get the deviations. What are the deviations? xi minus x bar. मला या प्रत्येकातनं x बार मायनस करायचा आहे. 6 - 15 that gives you -9. 8 - 15 that will be -7. 10 - 15 -5. 12 - 15 -3. 14 - 15 -1. 16 - 15 1. 18 - 15 3. 20 - 15 5. 22 - 15 I think 7. And 24 - 15 will be 9. To get the variance, I need xi minus x bar square. Xi minus x bar square. So their squares are -9 square is 81, -7 square is 49, 5 square is 25, -3 square is 9, 1 square is 1, 1, 3 square is 9, 5 square is 25, 7 square is 49, 9 square is 81. Now I have to get the sum of these. Sigma xi minus x bar whole bracket square is equal to. मला या सगळ्यांची बेरीज करायची आहे. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. पहिल्या 5 वर्गांची बेरीज करतोय आपण. चला आपण बेरीज करूया ॲक्च्युली. 9 + 1 10, 10 + 5 15, 15 plus 10. 15 plus 10 will be 25. वरती पण 25 येणार. 25 plus 25 will be 50. Carries 5. 8 आणि 4 12. 12 आणि 2 14. वरती पण 14 येईल. 14 आणि 14 28. 28 आणि 5. 28 आणि 5 33. That will be 330. That will be 330. दुप्पट 110. 9 1 10 10 5 15. 15 आणि 10 25. 25 आणि 50. 0 5. 8 आणि 4 12. 12 आणि 2 14. वरती पण 14 येईल. 14 2 28. 28 आणि 5 30. 33. ओके. नाउ median, sorry, variance. Is sigma square is equal to, what is formula for variance? It is equal to sigma I is equal to 1 to n xi minus x bar whole bracket square divided by n, and therefore sigma square will be, what is the sum? That is 330 divided by, what is the n? N, that is number of data, is equal to 10, and therefore it is equal to 33. So variance is equal to 33. Now to get the standard deviation, sigma is equal to square root of, positive square root of a variance, and therefore it is equal to root of 33. It should be root of 33. Hoping you get, if we has been given the ungrouped data, how to find its variance and how to find its standard deviation. Let's have a break here, and after that we will discuss, if the data is given to you in the grouped form, how to find the variance and standard deviation. Okay, thank you. Well, previously we studied how to find the variance and standard deviation if the data is ungrouped data. Well, what we studied in the topic up till now, very first we studied what is a range. Then secondly we studied mean deviation. In the mean deviation we discussed 6 different formulae. If the data is ungrouped data, then mean deviation about mean, about median. If the data is grouped data with discrete frequency distribution, we get how to find the mean deviation about mean and median. And lastly, if the data is a continuous frequency distribution, then how to find the mean deviation about mean and about the median. Now we are discussing how to find the variance and the standard deviation. We studied, if the data is ungrouped data, if the data is ungrouped data, then how to get the variance? Variance is denoted by sigma square. The formula is sigma I is equal to 1 to n. We find the deviations, that is xi minus x bar. To remove its sign, we square it and dividing it by n. What is n? N is the number of observations here. This is the variance. Of course, it is very obvious that if the given data has unit meter, the unit of sigma square, that is variance, will be meter square. So to make the same unit, So it is not actually real representation for the measure of a dispersion. So to get actual real representation of the measure of a dispersion, we take its positive square root, and that is called as the standard deviation. And what is standard deviation? It is a positive square root of a variance. And therefore, sigma is equal to square root of sigma I is equal to 1 to n xi minus x bar whole bracket square, and this whole thing divided by n. This is the formula for sigma. Now we have to study the same one, variance and standard deviation. But if the data is given to you in the form of a frequencies, that is, we have to discuss how to find variance and standard deviation for the grouped data. B. Variance and standard deviation for grouped data. आणि त्यात परत आपल्याला बघायचं आहे if the frequency distribution is a discrete frequency distribution. Discrete frequency distribution. So naturally, let the discrete frequency distribution is as follows. X i's and their frequencies fi. x1, x2, x3, dot dot up to xn. Let their frequencies are f1, f2, f3, dot dot up to fn. So naturally, to get variance or a standard deviation, very first I will have to find what is the mean. Then mean x bar is equal to, you know how to find the mean, sigma I is equal to 1 to n of fi xi divided by sigma I is equal to 1 to n of fi. And of course, it will be represented as x bar is equal to sigma I is equal to 1 to n fi xi divided by capital N, where capital N is equal to sigma I is equal to 1 to n of fi. Well, here we get the mean. After getting mean, it is easy to get the variance. Then variance is denoted by sigma square, and it will be equal to, you know how to get the variance. Very first I will have to find the deviations. What is the deviation? Xi minus x bar. You know that these deviations may be positive, may be negative. So to remove the sign, I will have to square it. Squaring it. Since the frequency of xi is fi, we'll have to multiply it by fi. And then dividing it by, of course, I will have to take the sum. Sigma I is equal to 1 to n of fi xi minus x bar whole bracket square divided by sigma I is equal to 1 to n of fi. And therefore sigma square is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n fi in bracket xi minus x bar whole bracket square divided by n. You know what is capital N, where capital N is equal to sigma or summation I is equal to 1 to n of fi. Well, this is the variance. After getting variance, it is easy to get the standard deviation, because you know that standard deviation is nothing but the positive square root of the variance. And therefore, standard deviation is sigma is equal to positive square root of a variance, and therefore it is equal to square root of sigma I is equal to 1 to n of fi into mod in the bracket xi minus x bar whole bracket square and this whole thing divided by n. This will be the formula for standard deviation. Let's try just one single problem, and after that the remaining one, that is if the given frequency distribution is a continuous frequency distribution, how will we will be able to get the variance and standard deviation. Just one example. Find variance and standard deviation for the following data. Xi and Fi. 4, 8, 11, 17, 20, 24, 32. Let their frequencies are 3, 5, 9, 5, 4, 3, 1. Well, we has been given the discrete frequency distribution, and for this discrete frequency distribution we need to get the variance and standard deviation. Let's try the problem by using the table. The first column will be xi and the second column will be their corresponding frequencies. What is xi? 4. Its frequency is 3. Then 8, 5. Xi is 11. Its frequency is 9. 17, 5. Frequency of a 17 is 5. 20, its frequency is 4. 24, its frequency is 3. And lastly 32, its frequency is 1. To get variance as well as standard deviation, we will have to find very first the mean. And to get mean, I will have to take the products of xi and fi. xi into fi. खरं तर मीन काढणं तुमच्यासाठी खूप सोपी गोष्ट आहे. जो तुम्हाला पूर्ण दिलेला डाटा आहे त्या डाटाची बेरीज करायची आणि त्याला नंबर ऑफ ऑब्झर्वेशन्स तुम्हाला डिवाइड करायचं असतं. पण आता फ्रिक्वेन्सी 3 याचा अर्थ काय? 4, 4, 4 हा असा 3 टाइम्स दिला आहे. मग अर्थातच त्यांची बेरीज काय येणार आहे? 4 + 4 + 4 दॅट इज इक्वल टू 12 and therefore it will be 4 into 3 that is equal to 12. Frequency of 8 is 5. It means that 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. How many times it is given? It is given 5 times. So 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8, that will be 40. So it can be done by taking just product of 8 and 5. It is equal to 40. 11. हा जो ही जी टर्म आहे ती 9 वेळा येते. So their sum will be 99. 17 ही टर्म 5 वेळा येते. Their sum will be 65. Well, rather it should be 85. 20 ही टर्म 4 वेळा येते. So it will be 80. 24 ही टर्म 3 वेळा येते. 72. 32 ही टर्म एकदाच येते. So their sum must be equal to 32. मला या सगळ्या डाटाची बेरीज करायची आणि सगळ्या फ्रिक्वेन्सींची पण बेरीज करायची. So sigma fi is equal to 1 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 5, 13, 13 plus 9, 13 plus 9 will be 22, 22 plus 5, 27, 27 plus 3, that gives you 30. And sigma fi xi is equal to, या सगळ्यांची आपण बेरीज केली तर 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 5, 9, 9 plus 9, 18, 18 plus 2, that will be 20, carries through. 5, 3 plus 2, that is equal to 5, 5 plus 7, 12, 12 plus 8, 20, 20 plus 8, 28, 28 plus 9, 37, 37 plus 4, 41, plus 1, that is equal to 420. 11, 11 plus 5, that will be 16, 16 plus 4, 20 carries 2, 10 plus 2, that will be 12, 20, 20 plus 8, 28. 28 plus 9, 38, 37. 37 plus 4, 37 plus 4, 41. Plus 1, that is equal to 42. And therefore mean is equal to x bar is equal to, what is it? It is sigma I is equal to 1 to n fi xi divided by sigma I is equal to 1 to n of fi, or that is capital N. So it is exactly equal to 420 divided by 30. 0 cancels with 0. 3 ones are 3 and therefore remain 1. So 3 4s are 12. So mean x bar is exactly equal to 14. Mean x bar is exactly equal to 14. After getting mean, let's get the deviations. That is xi minus x. We are going to have a deviations xi minus x. Here it is xi 4. त्यातनं मला प्रत्येक वेळेच्यातनं मीन वजा करायचा आहे. 4 minus 14 minus 10. 8 minus 14 minus 6. 11 minus 14, that gives you minus 3. 17 minus 14 plus 3. 20 minus 14, 6. 24 minus 14, that will be 10. And 32 minus 14, that will be 18, I think. Let me check it once again. 4 minus 14, that will be minus 10. 8 minus 14, that will be 6 minus 6. Yes, of course. 11 minus 14, minus 3. 17 minus 14, 3. 20 minus 14, that will be 6. 24 minus 14, that will be 10, quite correct. And lastly, 32 minus 14 will be, naturally it is equal to 18, quite correct. Okay. To remove these negative signs in the mean deviations, we have taken the absolute values, that is a modulus. But here we are going to square it. Xi minus x whole bracket square. Xi minus x whole bracket square. It will be minus 10 square 100. Minus 6 square 36. Minus 3 square 9. 3 square 9. 6 square 36. 10 square 100. 18 square 324. Let me check it. 20 minus 2 whole bracket square 400 minus 80 and minus plus 4. Yes, of course, 324 is correct one. Now let's get sigma. Well. I will have to multiply this xi minus x whole bracket square by fi. Fi into xi minus x whole bracket square. We just get mean here. I need here one more column. xi minus x whole bracket square जो आपल्याकडे आला आहे त्याला आता मी फ्रिक्वेन्सीने मल्टिप्लाय करणार. Here frequency is 3. 100 into 3, that gives you 300. 36 into 5. 6 पंचे 30, 0 carries 3. 5 3 15 आणि 3 18. 180. 9 into 9, that will be 81. 99 will be 81. 9 into 5, 45. 4 into 36, 24, carries 2. 4 into 3, 12. 12 plus 2 will be 14. That is 144. 3 into 100, once again 300. And 1 into 324, that will be 324. So sigma I is equal to 1 to n fi, no need to write it here, fi x minus xi whole bracket square, xi minus x bar whole bracket square will be sum of this. 0 plus 0, 1. 1 plus 5, 6. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 4, 14. Carries 1. 3. 3 plus 4, 7. 7 plus 4, 7 plus 4, 11. 11 plus 8, 19. 19 plus 8. 19 plus 8, 27. Carries 2. 3 plus 3, 6. 6 plus 2, 8. 9. 10. And 10 plus 3 will be 13. And therefore, now variance is sigma square is equal to sigma I is equal to 1 to n by xi minus x bar whole bracket square divided by capital N. Here capital N is 30. So therefore it is exactly equal to 1374 divided by 30. So therefore sigma square is equal to 137.4 divided by 3, and it is equal to 3 into 4, that is equal to 12. 13 minus 12 gives you 1. Taking 7, it will be 17. 3 into 5, 15. 17 minus 15 gives you 2. Decimal point is given there. 4 is taken down here. 24. 3 into 8, that will be 24. So the sigma square is equal to 45.8. Well, this is a variance. And now to get the standard deviation, sigma is exactly equal to square root of positive square root of a variance, and therefore it is exactly equal to square root of 45.8. This should be the standard deviation. Hoping you get how to find the variance and standard deviation if we has been given the group data, and the group data is such that the frequency distribution is a discrete frequency distribution, and then only we can use this method. If we has been given continuous frequency distribution, in that case also we will take the middle term, the midpoint of the class interval as xi, and then the same formula will work for us. So let me explain the last that is when the data is given in the class interval form, how to find the variance and the standard deviation. Hoping you get it. Quite easy problems. See, last one, variance and standard deviation. For group data, and how the data is continuous frequency distribution. It is a continuous frequency distribution. Let me explain you. When the frequency distribution is continuous frequency distribution, when the frequency distribution is a continuous frequency distribution, take the midpoints of the class intervals as xi and use the same formula. Use the same formula for those we used in discrete frequency distribution. That is, mean x bar is equal to sigma I is equal to 1 to n of fi xi divided by capital N, where capital N is equal to sigma I is equal to 1 to n of fi, and variance sigma square is equal to sigma I is equal to 1 to n fi in bracket xi minus x bar whole bracket square, and this whole thing divided by n, and standard deviation sigma is equal to square root of a variance, that is equal to square root of sigma I is equal to 1 to n of fi xi minus x bar whole bracket square divided by n. This is the formula that you should use. Actually, those formulas are the same for the discrete frequency distribution and for the continuous frequency distribution. But of course, for better understanding, let me explain you this, how to use this formula for continuous frequency distribution when we has been given the continuous frequency distribution. So let's consider a problem here. Find variance and standard deviation for the following data: class and frequencies. The first class is 30 to 40 and its frequency is 3. The next one is 40 to 50 and the frequency is 7. 50 to 60, the frequency is 12. 60 to 70, frequency is 15. 70 to 80, frequency is 8. 80 to 90, frequency is 3. And lastly, 90 to 100, the frequency is 2. This is the given data. मला वाटतं डिस्क्रीट फ्रिक्वेन्सी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन आणि कंटिन्युअस फ्रिक्वेन्सी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन मधला फरक नक्कीच तुम्हाला आठवायला हरकत नाही. यू स्टडीड इट, यू डिस्कस इट इन द 10th स्टँडर्ड. आता आपल्याला डाटा एक्सची किंमत दिलेली नाही आहे, तर कंटिन्युअस इंटरवल दिला आहे 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60 अँड सो ऑन. अँड दीज आर द फ्रिक्वेन्सीज. फक्त आता काय करावं लागेल मला, तर हा जो क्लास इंटरवल आहे त्या प्रत्येकाचा जो मिड पॉईंट आहे त्याला एक्स आय कन्सिडर करावं लागेल आणि सेम मागच्यासारखेच आपल्याला प्रॉब्लेम सोडवावे लागतील. सो लेट्स ट्राय हिअर. क्लास इंटरवल्स. Midpoints or their frequencies Fi. Midpoints of classes. Midpoints of classes, and we are going to denote it by xi, and the remaining will be the same one. The first interval is 30 to 40, then 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, and lastly 90 to 100. Their frequencies are 3, 7, 12, 15, 8, 3, and 2. Obviously, we need the sigma Fi. Capital N is equal to sigma Fi, and that is equal to 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 15, that will be 20. 20 plus 8, 28. 28 plus 2, 30 plus 10, that will be 40. And 40 plus 10, that gives you 50. So sum of the frequencies is equal to 50. Now the midpoints of the classes. What is the midpoint of 30 and 50? That is 35. Midpoint of 40 and 50, 45. Midpoint of 50 and 60, 55. 60 and 70, 65. Then 75. Then 85. and then 95. Now I will forget the class intervals. I will solve the problems as before. Here, to get mean, I need fi, xi. मला सगळ्या फ्रिक्वेन्सीज आणि जो दिलेला डाटा आहे यांचे प्रोडक्ट्स घ्यावे लागतील. सो आय नीड टू टेक द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ xi and fi. 35 into 3, 105. 45 and 7. 7 into 5, 35. Carries 3. 7 into 4, 28. 28 plus 3, 31. Okay, that's correct. 12 into 55. 12 into 5, 60. Carries 6. Then 12 into 5, 60. 60 plus 6, that gives you 66. 15 into 65, 75, carries 7. 15 into 6, 90. 90 plus 7, that is 97. 8 into 75, 8 into 5, 40, carries 4. 8 into 7, 56. 56 plus 4 will be 60, that is 600. 85 into 3, 5 into 3, 15, carries 1. 8 into 3, 24. 24 plus 1, that gives you 25. 95 into 2, of course it will be 190. Yes, of course, quite correct. To get mean, I need to get the sigma fi xi. And that is equal to 5 plus 5, 10. 10 plus 10, that will be 20, carries 2. 9 plus 2, 11. 11 plus 5. 11 plus 5 will be 16. 16 plus 7. 16 plus 7 will be 23. 16 plus 7 will be 23. 23 plus 6, 29. Plus 1, that is 30. Carries 3. 4 plus 2, 6. 6 plus 6, 12. 12 plus 1, 21. 21 plus 9, 30. 30 plus 1, 31. That is equal to 3100. Let me check it once again. It is 20, carries 2, 11. 11 plus 5, 16. 16 plus 8, 24. 24 plus 6, 30, carries 3. That is equal to 4. 4 plus 2, 6. 6 into 6 plus 6, that is equal to 12. 12 plus 9, 21. 21 plus 9 or 10. 21 plus 10, that gives you 31. So we will be able to find now mean. Mean x bar is equal to sigma I is equal to 1 to n fi xi divided by capital N. It is 3100 divided by what is value for capital N? It is 50. 0 0 cancels. 5 30 carries 1, 0 घेतला. 5 2 10. It is equal to 62. That is equal to 62. Okay, that's the mean. Now I want to get the variance. To get variance, I need to find xi minus x bar. Xi is, what is xi? 35. 35 minus 62. 7 आणि 5 12. चला 1 2. That gives you minus 27. That gives you minus 27. Okay. Then 45. That is equal to minus 17. Minus 17, then minus 7. That will be minus 7. Then 65 minus 62, that gives you 3. 75 minus 62 gives you 13, I think. 85 minus 62 gives you 23. And 95 minus 62 gives, should be 33. Let's check it once again. 3 and of course 3, that is 33. Now I will have to take these squares. Xi minus x bar, whole bracket squares. Where to square them? 27 square. 25 plus 2, whole bracket square will be 625 plus 100 plus 4. 725 plus 4 will be 729. 17 square. 20 minus 3, whole bracket square. खरं तर 17चा वर्ग पाठ असायला हरकत नाही आहे. दॅट इज इक्वल टू 400. 20 into 3 that will be 60 minus into 2 that will be 120 plus 9. 400तनं 120 जर गेले तर आय थिंक 100 गेले तर 300, अजून 20 जर गेले तर 280 प्लस 9 दॅट इज इक्वल टू 289. 7 square 49, 3 square 9, 13 square 169, 23 square, if you remember it, it is better. Otherwise 23 whole bracket square can be written as 25 minus 2 whole bracket square. 25चा वर्ग 625 मायनस 25 दोन्ही 50 आणि त्याच्या दुप्पट केलं तर 100 प्लस 4. 625मधनं 100 गेले तर 525 प्लस 4 दॅट विल बी 529. 400 प्लस 20 त्रिक 60, 60 दोन्ही 120 प्लस 9. Yes, that's it. Quite correct. 33 square now. 33 square will be 33 means 30 plus 3 whole bracket square. 900 30 त्रिक 90 आणि त्याच्या दुप्पट केलं तर 180 प्लस 3 स्क्वेअर 9. 900 आणि 180 1080 प्लस 9 1089 1089. Now I will have to multiply these by Fi. Fi into xi minus x bar whole bracket square. Here the frequency is 3. 729 into 3 will be 9 त्रिक 27 ला 7 हातच्याले 2, 3 दोन्ही 6 2 8, 3 दोन्ही 6 2 8. Yes, quite correct. 3 into 7 21. 7 into 2 89. 7 9 63 carries 6. 7 into 56. 56 plus 6 that gives you 62 carries 6. 7 into 2 14. 14 plus 6 will be 20. 12 into 49 108. 92 अष्टोदर्श 108 carries 10. 12 into 4 48 plus 10 that will be 58. 8 into 1 69 something हा राहिला आहे मला वाटतं बार. Yes, yes. 12 into 9 108 carries 10. Okay, that's correct one. 15 into 9 135. Now 8 into 169 8 9 72 ला 2 7 7 8 6 48 48 आणि 7 55 carries 5. And then 3 into 5 will be 8 into 1 will be 8. 8 plus 5 that gives you 13. Let me check it once again. Okay, that's correct. 529 into 3, it will be 1500, and 29 into 3 will be 87. 1587. Let's check it. 9 into 3 27 carries 2. 3 into 2 6. 6 plus 2 will be 8, and 3 into 5 will be 15. And lastly 1089 into 2. 9 into 2 18 carries 1. 8 into 2 16. 16 plus 1 gives you 17 carries 1. 0 1, and 2 into 1 will be 2. Let's check it once again. 2 into 9 18 carries 1. 2 into 8 16. 16 plus 1 17 carries 1. 2 into 0 that is equal to 1, and 2 into 1 will be 2. Now I need to get sigma Fi xi minus x bar square. So that is equal to sum of these 4 digits आहेत. इथेही 4 digits करतो म्हणजे बेरीज चुकणार नाही. 7 आणि 3 10. 10 plus 10 that will be 20. 20 plus 5 25. 25 plus 15. 25 plus 15 40 carries 4. It will be 19. 19 plus 5. 19 plus 5 will be 24. 24 plus 11. 24 plus 3 that will be 27. 27 plus 10 37. 37 plus 8. 37 plus 8 45 carries 4. 4 plus 1 5. 10, 10 plus 4, 14, 14 plus 5, 19, 19 plus 1, 19 plus 1 will be 20, carries 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Earlier we get the median. How we get the median? Sigma I is equal to 1 to n fi xi divided by capital N. So xi is equal to, that sum was 3100 divided by n was 50, and that's why it was a 62. Now variance. Sigma square is equal to, sigma square is equal to, what is it? Sigma I is equal to 1 to n fi modulus of xi minus x bar whole bracket square divided by n, and that is equal to 9050 divided by 50. 0 cancels with 0, so sigma square is equal to 5 carries 0 to 40. So sigma square is equal to 181. Let me check it once again. I think something is, actually I had to check the addition here. 18 आणि 2 20 25 25 आणि 15 40 4 7 आणि 4 11 19 19 आणि 8 27 27 आणि 10 37 37 आणि 8 45 ला 5 7 4 5 5 आणि 5 10 4 14 14 आणि 5 19 आणि 21 ला 0 7 2 2 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Yes, of course. The sum was actually 10050. So therefore it should be 10050. 0 cancels with 0. 5 into 2, 10. 0 and 5 into 1, 5. So therefore sigma square is equal to 201. Now standard deviation. So sigma is equal to positive square root of a variance will represent the standard deviation, and therefore standard deviation will be square root of a 201. Hoping you get how to find the variance and the standard deviation for the continuous frequency distribution. Well, lastly, if you want to compare the two variances or two standard deviations, but what is the mistake? In one standard deviation, one has taken the data in meters, and another one, in the second problem, you are taken that data in centimeters. That is, if the units are different, then we cannot decide which data is more spread or which data is more consistent. And for that, we want a quantity which is independent of the unit of the data. And for that, we considered the coefficient of variance. The last article of the topic, that is coefficient of variance. Coefficient of variance. What will be the coefficient of variance? Coefficient of variance will be for any type of a data, it will be denoted by CV, and the formula is sigma upon x bar into 100. Because what will happen if the unit of a sigma is meter, unit of a x bar is also meter, and therefore meter cancel. This will be a dimensionless quantity. This will be a quantity which is free from the unit, and therefore we can compare the two datas here. So hoping you get how to find the coefficient of variance. Coefficient of variance is defined as it is a ratio of standard deviation to the mean into 100. Well, that completes the topic. I am stopping here. Thank you.